welcome back. We are on week 4, day 5 of our 30-day LSIT challenge. Congratulations on making it this far. We're going to bump it up a little bit today and go to 3 minutes total time in our prep position on the floor. We're going to break that down into 6 repetitions of about 30 seconds. I don't have my timer today, so we're going to count it out in breaths and see how close we get. If you're ever in a place where you don't have all of the equipment you're accustomed to, don't be afraid to go ahead and dive in anyways. The most important part is showing up for yourself, being there for yourself, investing the time. It's not a test, so you don't have to be exact on how long you hold positions for. You don't have to beat yourself up about it, about being too much time, too little time, not enough precise. There are some things where precision really matters, but this just isn't one of them. So if you're in a place today where you don't have a timer, or you don't have a video, or you don't have a mat or somewhere to practice, it's okay. Let it be different, let it be easy. It doesn't have to all be exactly perfectly as we imagine it. To let ourselves be there and show up. You can just be there in whatever moment and location you were in, and celebrate the time for yourself in whatever way that you can. So that being said, join me on your mat if you have one, on the floor if not. If you're feeling extra tired today, you can try this from a chair. I would challenge you not to go back to our blocks and try pressing up from the floor. Even if you're in a place now where you can't lift your bottom off the floor, that's okay. You can still press into the floor and shift those hips back, and you're going to get all that engagement in your TVA. So continue challenging yourself to grow beyond where you think your boundaries are. Let's begin today by stretching out our wrists a little bit. Sitting up nice and tall. You're wiggling them out. I've been on a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles the last few days, so I'm feeling a little stiffness in the joints. Give your wrists a little massage. And press down here behind you. Leaning back, stretching out those wrists, reminding the fingers that we need their support to take our weight out of our wrist. Flip our hands, palms facing towards the ceiling. Lean back a little bit, stretching in the opposite direction, getting the blood flowing. Coming here to be in the moment wherever we are today. Flipping the hands back over, palms down, fingers out behind you. Leaning back, stretching the front of the forearm. And just taking some nice deep breaths. Considering what it's like to be you today. You feeling any anxiety, any stress, feeling excitement, having trouble focusing, whatever it is, just notice it and let it be. It's okay to be exactly as you are today. When you're ready, let's go ahead and get started with round 1, holding for, give or take, 30 seconds. Pressing into the ground, shifting the hips back, maybe taking your socks off as you go. And I'm going to breathe here in. You've got this. So remembering that it's more important to shift our hips back than it is to lift them up. So if it's lower and further back, that's better than higher up and closer to the wrist. Think about what it feels like to be in your body today. Don't worry too much about the shape that you're making. As long as your hips are behind your wrist, you're good. A few more seconds here. And release. Warming the core up, warming the body up. It's amazing how such a small movement can get our bodies so warm so fast. Maybe bring the soles of the feet together and give it a little stretch. If you've been doing a lot of sitting, this will feel really nice. Listen to your body. If your shoulders are sore, maybe take a child's pose. Yogi's choice here. So choose your own destiny adventure. Whatever feels good in your body, don't be afraid to take it. Give yourself space to be you.
Ooh. Allow yourself to feel the joy of being in your body, having those experiences, enjoying those stretches, finding what feels good. When you're ready, let's go for round number 2. I'm cheating here a little bit, watching my clock on the video, see if it works out. Pressing down, shifting those hips back. I'm gonna walk my feet back so I don't pull my socks off. Pressing down through the fingers, shifting the hips back, taking the weight out of the wrist by focusing on pressing into the fingers, using the muscles we're developing in the forearms, feeling the engagement in the TVA, feeling the body shake, tremble. And release. Wiggling it out. Let's take a nice side body stretch here. Come to a cross-legged position. If you want a little yoga for the brain, you can switch your legs out to the opposite direction. Hands down at our sides, and we're going to breathe in as we bring our left hand up overhead and over towards our right side, keeping our heart lifted, shining up towards the ceiling as we stretch out the left side body here. No rush. Don't worry about what we need to do next. Just be here. See if you can just be in the moment and accept that this is it. And exhale, bring that left hand back down to the floor. Inhaling, bringing the right hand up and over, keeping that heart turned upward, opening the chest, opening the right side body, feeling a stretch. You don't have to crank it out here. Just get a nice opening. Bringing it back down, going into round number 3. We are almost halfway there. Pressing down, scooching those hips back. If you need to walk them instead of slide them, that's perfectly fine. Whatever you need to do to get there. Engaging the core, feeling the body tremble. We're waking it up, creating some heat. Shifting those hips back, back, back. We can do it, almost there. And release. Stretch those wrists out. Maybe take off a layer if you're creating a lot of heat. If you're just finally warming up after a few days in the cold like I am, enjoy it. Take a nice hip stretch here. Listen to your body, so take a moment to pause. Breathe and ask your body, what do you need from me? Sometimes it's surprising what it'll tell you. Sometimes our bodies need things that never occur to us. We develop a sense of curiosity and openness. It's incredible what our body can tell us and how much we can do to be a party to our own healing and our own health just by listening, just by being willing to ask what we need and give it. Giving those hips some space for me today. Getting a nice stretch in the lower back and the quadratus laborum, the muscles that connect our lower rib cage to our pelvic bowl. These get really tight from all of the sitting and office work we do. Traveling in cars, traveling in airplanes, sitting in waiting rooms, sitting at desks. And when you're satisfied, let's come back and go to round number 4. Over halfway there, we're gonna make it. Pressing down, shifting those hips back. Closing the eyes, focusing on how it feels to be in your body today. Do you feel the engagement in your core? Can you pull your hips back just a little bit further? If you can't hold for the full 30 seconds, set yourself down and continue shifting those hips back. It's not a big deal. And release. Stretch my wrist the opposite direction here. Take a little time to breathe. We're asking a lot of the body. You give yourself a nice big hug. Close your eyes a moment and allow the heart rate to come down. You're doing a lot of hard work, something to be proud of. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up, for sticking with it. Appreciate the strength that you're cultivating in your body, and appreciate even more the awareness, the space that you're creating in your mind to notice the changes in your body, in your attitude, and your emotions. We're learning how to be with ourselves. It's one of the most important things you can ever learn in life, is to relate in a healthy fashion with ourselves, with our minds and our bodies. These challenges are helping not only to cultivate strength in our bodies, but to cultivate space in our minds to help us grow. Whenever you're ready, on to number 5. Roll the wrists out, sit up nice and tall. Wiggle into place at those sit bones on the floor. Pressing down, shifting those hips back, walking them back if you need to. Pressing down through the first 3 fingers on each hand. That's where the most strength in our hands is. That's what engages our forearms. Feeling the body tremble. This is difficult, it's challenging. We're asking a lot of our bodies. Shifting those hips back just a little bit further. We're almost there. And release. Almost there, just one more to go. But let's take our time getting there. There's no rush. No need to stress. I'm gonna take another nice hip stretch here. You can find a pigeon if you'd like a little bit deeper, different hip stretch. I've got a lot of tightness in my QL and the low back here and my hips from sitting on airplanes. So if you do a lot of sitting, feel free to take the feet together like this. You don't need to be particularly close to your body. The more open your hips are naturally, the easier it's going to be to bring your feet in like this. But if it's not easy and your feet are way out here, that's perfectly fine too. You're getting great benefit from stretching in this way, no matter where your feet are. If you find that you need more space in this position, you can prop yourself up on a block underneath your bottom, and that'll help you access this here. What you don't want to feel is any strain in the knees. So if you feel sharp pain here, then that's your body signal that you're going too far and it's not ready to be there. It's not available for you, and that's okay. The most important part here is listening to our bodies. So if you experience any pain, ease up. Listen to your body. Take a nice few moments to stretch here and breathe. Breathing space into whatever part of our body we've chosen to stretch. Breathing space into the hips. Breathing lots of love in and lots of love out. You can release the tension from your neck and let it hang for a little bit and just be here.
ready, we've got one more set of 30 seconds to do. We're almost there. Good job sticking with it. Remember, you don't have to do all of this in one sitting. You can come back to it later. When you're ready, pressing down, shifting those hips back, walking them back if you've got sticky socks like I do. Remembering that if we're experiencing cramping in the quadriceps, we can point our toes, and that will help relieve some. If you have cramping in your calves for any reason, the opposite is true, so pull those toes back towards you. Remembering to shift those hips back just as far as we can, being sure that our hips are behind where our wrists fall. Almost there, almost to the end. You've got this. And release. Great work, we made it. 3 total minutes. Or maybe not. Maybe you're not there yet, and that's okay too. Be where you are. Challenge yourself, but find the balance between rest and challenge. It's a challenging thing to do, finding that balance. And you'll find that it changes over time. It changes when you're healthy, when you're not healthy, when you're tired, when you're busy. The most important thing is remembering to do your best and being aware that your best changes from day to day and from moment to moment. But as long as you do your best, there's not anything else to give. I appreciate you making the time to be here with me today and throughout this 30-day challenge. I hope that you've enjoyed this process. I'm very excited to see all of your results and progress. I enjoy very much seeing people invest in themselves and seeing just what amazing things we can find in the process. Remember that this is a process. It is an investment in yourself, and there's no metric to judge you by other than showing up and loving yourself. That's the most important thing. So thanks again, and I will see you tomorrow for our last day of active work in week 4. Thanks, guys.